Hello fellow DIYers and focus owners. Today I'm going to show you how you can mod in a glove box light. The concept is rather simple. You use a switch to switch on a LED or a small bulb when you open the glove box. Okay then, so let's jump right into the project and remove the glove box so we can see how much space do we have for this switch. So you can go ahead and unscrew the hinge for the glove box and take it out. You will need a Phillips head screwdriver, or in my case a drill with a Phillips bit. I already went ahead and test fitted the switch, and now I will need to take it out so I can make the wiring. And after that I will need to place the switch back. About the test fit part, well, I went ahead and looked for a hole. I found one and I thought this is going to be perfect, so I drilled two small holes for the screws, and after that I just placed the switch over there just so I can see if it fits correctly. Now moving on to the wiring part. You will need these special pins that are actually 2.8 millimeters wide that will slide on the leads of the switch. So you might be wondering, where do you get the switch from? Well, that was 3D printed by me. The design will be up, maybe for sale, I'm not sure. Check the description. You will also need a push switch that goes inside the casing and a spring. Here I have two versions. The one with the longer button thingy works best. Okay, so back to our wires. You will need a positive wire to the switch and a positive wire from the switch to the socket. And those lead thingy pins, they have to be crimped on, and because they have a plastic protector, you will need to take that off. And that way it is easier to crimp the pins to the ends of the cables. And I used heat shrink tubing to isolate. Here you can see the heat shrink tubing, and I use a lighter to make it shrink to the appropriate size. Very enlightening, huh? So now I got this T10 socket that I'm going to crimp one of the pins on the positive side, and I will splice the wire with the negative wire that I already have in the car, that is going to the body of the car, more exactly a bolt somewhere behind the radio. And here is the pin that I'm going to crimp on the cable that's going to the socket. Pretty basic stuff, and I did the same as the one before that. Here's the process. Crimp it with a pair of pliers, or in case you have a tool, use that. And after that just pull a piece of heat shrink tubing over it and use a lighter or a heat gun to make the tubing shrink. Here's the process for splicing the two negative wires together. First I pull the heat shrink tubing onto one of the wires. After that I took one of those longer pins that you can use to splice two wires together. Once again crimp it with a pair of pliers or the tool if you have it, and after that just shrink the tubing over it by applying heat. And here's the part where I attach the cables to the switch, and I put the switch back into its place. Okay, after that I've done some cable management, used some zip ties to make everything as clean looking as possible. And the moment that you were all waiting for, does it work? Well, see for yourself. I did use a blue LED for testing. but after that I did change it to a warm white one. Okay then, let me tell you where I connected the wire that I pulled behind the dash. So I went ahead and connected the green wire that was my positive one to the wire coming from the map light. That is an always on wire that I found under that cover, and I think the color of the wire is yellow with orange, but I'm not sure anymore. I guess you can use add a fuse as well. I just leave this part to you. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. In case this video helped you out or gave you a good idea, you can leave a like, maybe subscribe, only if you want, and as always, have a very nice day, and for free, out.